Good evening, folks. All right, this video will be a response to my buddy Bulaga-san. Now, Bulaga asked me over on Facebook about grammar, like what's my approach? What do I do when it's time to study grammar? So I've listed a few things here that I want to discuss when I get ready to study grammar, just grammar in general. So basically, absorb things. I've always talked about this absorbing things. This can happen with anyone. When you use certain things, you do something for a certain period of time, it would just grow on you. So when I first start learning a language, I don't really focus too much on grammar. I just use a lot of phrases, and whatever I read, whatever words or special keywords I call them, I come across, I try to use those as much as I can, either in a chat room or I can even use them on Facebook. So it's very important you don't necessarily have to use them. It's going to take longer, of course, but if you want to absorb them quicker, then you have to use it right away. That's just how it works. So for me, when I learn a phrase, an idiom or whatever, I try to use it as much as I can. I'll use it over and over and over. And when I do that, I find that I'm able to retain it quicker. So that's what I do when I first start studying a language. Okay. So grammar reference, I would say depending on the language, I would say after about 6 months, maybe 8 months, 6, 7 months, then you can do like a grammar reference, get a grammar book and just go through some things. Watch the example Oh, I said watch. Look at the example sentences and just kind of look at the patterns and see how they construct things. And there may be some things that will click because you've been spending all that time on a language, doing your listening, your reading, and just using whatever it is you've been using. You may see those patterns in the grammar book when you make those references. So I would say after about 6 months, 8 months, you go ahead and do a grammar reference, but you don't have to necessarily get into the grammar in depth. You don't have to do that. Just kind of do a skim. That's what I like to do. Then making sentences. When I get, let's say as time goes by, let's say maybe, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months, around that time, then I start making up. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Actually, before that time, before making a grammar reference, I like to just make up sentences. Even when I don't understand the grammar, I just utilize what I've been seeing, hearing, whatever it is. I just like to use it right away and just try to see if it works. And I like to do stuff like that on Facebook, in the chat room, or wherever. And if I make a mistake, that's fine, because I expect to make mistakes, and I just get them corrected by the native speaker. And once you get corrected so many times, then you just get used to it. You just retain it. That's how it works. So that's my approach with grammar. I'm a big grammar enthusiast. It's just that at the beginning of any language study, I'm not for grammar study because it can be quite a difficult thing, especially if you don't have any experience. So that's just me. To each his own. Some people like to begin a language with grammar. I don't have anything against that, but I like to take a natural approach, no stress. And I found that when I study a language like this, in this way, I just have a lot of fun. There's no worries. I'm relaxed, and and eventually the language is mine. I ate it up. So you can try that approach. I don't want to say it'll work for everybody because everyone learns differently. But that's what I do. So if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm always here, and happy language learning.